Good afternoon and welcome to Burke Field and the place for today's girls lacrosse contest between the Mount Olive Marauders and the Morristown-Beard Crimson. Before today's contest gets underway, we would like to take a moment and recognize the 2022 graduating seniors from both lacrosse programs. Please help me congratulate the seniors from Mount Olive High School: Molly Baduini, Aubrey Giordano, Gabby Helder, Alexa Mangone, Erin Mio, Megan McGrath, Drew Palumbo, Albina Kios, Gia Rita, Morgan Rooney, and Lily Werstuk. Congratulations, girls, and best of luck in your future endeavors. Now for your Morristown-Beard Crimson senior class. Number 11, Josie Ashton. Josie is a four-year letter winner in field hockey, swimming, and girls lacrosse. Josie will be honored next month at our 3x4 ceremony for those seniors who have played 3 sports for 4 years. As a varsity field hockey player, Josie earned the Most Valuable Player Award, along with all conference honors, and served as captain. Josie was a Crimson Award winner in 2021. Josie also was nominated by her coaches and selected by our Scholar Athlete Committee to be the NJSIA Scholar Athlete recipient for the 21-22 school year. She will attend Babson College, where she plans to continue her field hockey career. Josie is accompanied by her parents, Bevan and Henry Ashton. Congratulations, Josie Ashton. Kristen Bednarski. Kristen was a member of our field hockey program for 4 years, the indoor track program for 2 years, the girls hockey program for 2 years, and our girls lacrosse program for 4 years. Kristen is another member of our 3x4 senior class and will be honored for her commitment next month. Kristen won the Pioneer Award this year for girls hockey. She is a member of the Latin Club, Ski Club, and is a Crimson ambassador. Kristen will attend Providence College in the fall. She is accompanied today by her parents, Deborah and Brian Bednarski. Number 41, Kristen Bednarski. Manager, Danny Gates, who is unable to be with us today, but Danny was a 4-year member of the girls soccer program, serving as captain her senior year, a 4-year member of our girls basketball program. This spring, Danny is serving as the manager of the girls lacrosse program. She is president of the Latin Club and an active member of the Mental Health Matters organization. Danny will be attending Southern Methodist University in the fall. Congratulations to one of our managers, Danny Gates. Manager, Tess Hanlon. Tess is another 3x4 senior student athlete who has been a 4-year letter winner for girls soccer, indoor track, and girls lacrosse during her time at MBS. As a senior, Tess has served as captain of the indoor track team. She participates in multiple service activities, including virtual Peloton fundraising and Comfort 360. Tess will be attending Clemson University in the fall. Today, she is accompanied by her parents, Tara and Timothy Hanlon. Congratulations, Tess Hanlon. Number 19, Tally Hess. Tally is a 4-year member of both the field hockey and girls lacrosse programs and served as manager of our boys hockey team. Last year, as a member of the field hockey team, Tally was the recipient of the Crimson Award and was an all-conference first-team defensive selection and received all-county honorable mention. Tally has served as both captain of the field hockey and girls lacrosse programs her senior year. In 2021, Tally received the Community Service Award and serves as a writing tutor in the Center for Teaching and Learning. Tally will be attending Southern Methodist University in the fall. Today, she is accompanied by her parents, Megan and Stephen Hess. Congratulations, number 19, Tally Hess. Number 16, Lindsay Hess. Lindsay is a 4-year member of both the field hockey and girls lacrosse programs. She is a participant and active leader for our contemporary music workshop. Lindsay has received the Community Service Award at Morristown-Beard in 2021. Lindsay will be attending Elon University in the fall. Today, she is accompanied by her parents, Megan and Stephen Hess, as well as her teammate and sister. Congratulations, number 16, Lindsay Hess. Manager, Devin Janae. Devin is also a 3x4 senior who has participated in our girls volleyball program for 2 years, girls soccer program for 2 years, girls basketball program for 4 years, and our girls lacrosse program for 4 years, serving as manager her senior year. Devin has led fundraising events for leukemia and lymphoma, raising $10,000 personally for childhood cancer research. She has organized a food drive through Meeting Essential Need with Dignity and helped lead the MBS Community Service Club, receiving the 2021 Community Service Award. Devin will be attending University of Miami in the fall. Today, she is accompanied by her parents, Laura and David Janae. Congratulations, Devin Janae. Number 6, Emma Karat. Emma is a 4-year varsity letter winner in both field hockey and girls lacrosse. In addition, she served as manager of our boys hockey team during her senior year. In field hockey, Emma has earned the MVP award and was recognized as an all-conference second-team offensive player and an all-county honorable mention selection. Emma also served as captain of both our field hockey and girls lacrosse teams her senior year. Emma is the president and founder of the Jewelry Club and an active member of UNICEF and our Latin Club. Emma will be attending Providence College in the fall. Today she is accompanied by her parents, Tricia and Thomas Karat. Congratulations, number 6, Emma Karat. Number 4, Mackenzie Lawson. Mackenzie is a 4-year member of the girls soccer and girls lacrosse programs. She also participated in indoor track and served as manager of the girls basketball team for 3 years. Mackenzie will also be receiving the 3x4 award next month. Mackenzie is an exceptionally talented artist and takes AP Studio Art. She currently owns her own business, designing and painting custom sneakers. Recently, Mackenzie was awarded a scholarship to attend Wake Forest University in the fall to pursue her art career. Today, she is accompanied by her parents, Kelly and John Lawson. Congratulations, number 4, Mackenzie Lawson. Number 9, Lindsay Mariano. Lindsay is a 4-year member of the girls lacrosse program. She participates in several community service projects that include fundraising for the ASPCA and Give Surf program. Lindsay is a member of the Math Club, the Future Physicians of America, and is president of the Crimson Design Club. Lindsay will be attending Southern Methodist University in the fall. Today she is accompanied by her dad, Michael Mariano, and teammate and sister. Congratulations, number 9, Lindsay Mariano. Number 21, Phoebe Merrigan. Phoebe is another 3x4 award winner. She is a 4-year varsity letter winner in girls soccer, girls basketball, and girls lacrosse, serving as captain of all 3 programs her senior year. While participating as a student athlete at MBS, Phoebe has earned scholar athlete recognition for soccer, basketball, and lacrosse. For soccer, Phoebe had earned NJAC Liberty All-Division Honorable Mention, All-State Honors, Non-Public Third Team, and All NJAC Independence. She is a 2-time First Team All-Conference and All-County Honorable Mention in soccer. For basketball, she was selected as the team MVP. Phoebe will be the MBS delegate at the Morris County Scholar Athlete Award Banquet. She is a peer group leader and a member of UNICEF. Phoebe will be attending American University in the fall, where she will be continuing her athletic career in soccer. Today, Phoebe is accompanied by her mother, Joanne Merrigan. Congratulations, number 21, Phoebe Merrigan. Number 23, Annie Sherman. Annie is a 4-year member of the girls tennis, girls ice hockey, and girls lacrosse program, another member of our 3x4 senior class. She was awarded the Pioneer Award this year as a member of the girls hockey team and served as captain of the girls tennis team in the fall. She is a peer group leader and a retreat leader for her church youth ministry. Annie will be attending Lafayette College. Today, she is accompanied by her parents, Maureen and Lawrence Sherman. Congratulations, number 23, Annie Sherman. Congratulations to the girls lacrosse team and class of 2022. As a final component to our program this year, the girls lacrosse program appreciates and values all faculty and staff on campus and as active participants in the overall growth of students who attend MBS. Today, our senior class will take this opportunity to honor a special member of the community. This expression of gratitude is an important component of the girls lacrosse program this year. Today, each of our seniors will recognize a member of our faculty and staff that has been a positive role model for them during their 4 years on campus, a member of our community who has had a significant impact on our athletes' individual growth and experience while being a student athlete at MBS. To acknowledge and extend their appreciation to you, each senior will present a commemorative plaque to the faculty or staff member they individually recognize today. The plaque reads, "In recognition of your endless and selfless contribution to my overall experience and growth as a student athlete at Morristown-Beard School. With sincere appreciation, I would like to thank you." At this time, I will call our seniors' name and would ask that their faculty member join them for a quick photo. Josie Ashton, recognizing Mr. John Shepard. Kristen Bednarski, recognizing Mr. Brian Marr. Natalie Hess, recognizing Mr. Ed Franz. Lindsay Hess, recognizing Mr. Ricky Camel, who I'm not sure is here today, but she will present that to him. Miss Emma Carrot, recognizing Miss Jenna Sumner. Mackenzie Lawson, recognizing Andrew Holbrook. Lindsay Mariano, recognizing Rose Costanzo. Phoebe Merrigan, recognizing Mr. Mike Sturgeon. Annie Sherman, recognizing Miss Clarissa Carrison. Danny Gates, who's not here, but recognizing Mr. Brian Marr. And Tess Hanlon, recognizing Mr. John Shepard. We would ask that our seniors stay for a quick group photo. And good luck in today's game. Thank you for your attention and your time. Congratulations, class of 2022.
Today from Morristown-Beard School in Morristown, New Jersey, on Play-by-Play Productions, it's Girls Lacrosse and Senior Day. Today from MBS, as the Crimson in at 5-5, they play host to the 5-4 Mount Olive Marauders in this New Jersey Girls Lacrosse League Freedom Division game. Hi everybody and welcome. I'm Ralph Bednarczyk, so happy to have you with me today as the Marauders at 5-4, 9-6 last season. MBS under first-year coach Maria Grant trying to take progressive steps forward. MBS coming in having lost their last 3 games, but a lot of emotion and spirit from the Crimson today as they celebrate Senior Day for their 8 seniors. Meanwhile, for Mount Olive, 11 seniors on this team. That is certainly playoff bound, and they're going to be the 8th seed coming up for the Morris County tournament that is already underway. And they're a team that has competed well. They just lost 19-6 against a big Group 4 school in Randolph, but they had won 3 straight games before that. And will be taking on Madison next Tuesday, May 3rd, in the Morris County tournament first round. Sunny, but a little bit chilly. And these 2 teams playing their finale before their next phase of the Morris County tournament. Mount Olive, a 9 seed, they will take on 8 seed in Madison Tuesday. While Morristown-Beard, they'll be the 13 seed taking on 20th seeded Morris Catholic coming up next week. So the Marauders taking the field here in the black on black with maroon numbers in the white for Morristown-Beard. We'll go through the starters as our goalies take their positions. To my left, it's Gabby Helder. Make that to my right. It's Gabby Helder, senior goalie, a first-year starter of Keystone, commitment to Keystone College Division III program next year in Pennsylvania, coming off of a 9-save game against Randolph, and a first-year starter, while sophomore Kira Redmond. She plays her club lacrosse at Triple Threat and knows a lot of the Mount Olive players, and she has been the mainstay this year for the Crimson as we are underway. As MBS will come up, potentially with the game's first draw control before it's knocked away. And after it was checked away, finally the Marauders of Mount Olive will come the other way. So the Marauders, they have a lot of athleticism and speed in their midfield spots, led by senior midi Aubrey Giordano, who's a commitment to Division III Stockton and the NJAC Honorable Mention All-County last year, joined by senior Drew Palumbo, who will play in Division II Bloomsburg, and senior Molly Baduini. So they're loaded there. On the attack, senior Megan McGrath will play D3 St. John Fisher. Junior Caitlin Marone is already a commitment to Division II Belmont Abbey. And a freshman, Maggie Tilvis, is joined there by senior Alexa Mangone. And Tilvis has been a magnet this year for ground balls and has 6 goals. Here is Tilvis with Morristown-Beard typically opening up in a backer zone, and we'll see how first-year coach Maria Grant's defense will shift and adjust. On the drive right and the finish, Aubrey Giordano placing the shot well. Giordano starts the scoring the game's very first possession, 1-0 Mount Olive. So that's her 26th of the season. That leads Mount Olive. Travel lacrosse player and a major athlete, just a hard-charging driver. And Giordano starts the scoring today. 2 teams met last year, and it was a 14-8 victory at Mount Olive for the Marauders, where they controlled the draw controls with their aggressiveness among the athletes that they have in the middle of the field. So that's Giordano unassisted. As on the draw control, Phoebe Merrigan took that last one for Morristown-Beard. Or make that actually, that was Merrigan rather on the circle as Mount Olive comes up with the next draw control. And offsides against MBS. So a problem in the substitution game. The Crimson under Maria Grant, where they have mixed it up with multiple defenses, and they have a terrific backer when they play backer zone in Skylar Reale. And Reale would chase the ball all over the field. And Reale also took that last draw, 31 in white. So it'll be Reale over the ball, and Mount Olive here with Molly Badawini. Giordano. And Giordano well defended by sophomore Talia Picozzi, MBS's leading scorer. And looking to knife her way through, there is Tilvis. And for the Marauders offensively, it's certainly about the senior Aubrey Giordano. But they have great chemistry. Talking to Vivienne Bolin in her 12th season coaching Mount Olive. She played at Rutgers, class of '99. As that pass is in and out of the stick, and a turnover by the Crimson. As they're able to come up with a ground ball and look to transition the other way from freshman Jess Byrne. And this is a high pass, and Rebecca Leonard could not bring in, and the Marauders the other way. Defensively for Mount Olive, freshman Juliana Moscatello is surrounded by 3 seniors: Morgan Rooney, senior Lily Werstuck, a 2-year starter, and senior Erin Mio, also a 2-year starter. Mio will play at Division III Montclair State in front of the senior goalie Gabby Helder. And for MBS on this end, the low D has a senior in Tally Hess with junior Skylar Reale, terrific defender, and a 3-sport athlete, junior Olivia McCaffrey, and freshman Jess Byrne in front of Kira Redmond. In tight and another finish, Mount Olive 2 for 2 shooting in this one. And they've got the lead 2-0. These seniors from Mount Olive have been playing together since the 3rd and 4th grade. So Coach Vivienne Bolin has talked about how she's seen them grow up. And as the season started, the thing that's changed the Marauders, a couple of freshmen that have immediately infused some energy and skill, in Maggie Tillis on the attack on one end and Moscatello on the defensive end. And the Marauders in here at 5-4. Notable loss to a good Group 1 program up north at Glen Rock. Nice win over Saddle River Day, who has recently competed to win Group 1 in the north. As draw control controlled here by the Marauders. And a pickup from Molly Badawini. So MBS starts here in a man-to-man look. And we'll see how often they may change it up. Drew Palumbo. As Palumbo will pick up the foul, and she'll go to the 8-meter. Palumbo, the second sister in her family to play for Mount Olive. Older sister Madison, the class of 2019, now plays at Central Connecticut State in the Northeast Conference. Palumbo got a good jump, takes it to goal, and the save made high. Redmond able to keep the stick up. Palumbo did not change planes, and now MBS will face a 10-man ride, and we'll see, can the Crimson clear here? And Redmond executes the first pass, and the Crimson the other way. Morristown-Beard 5-5 as Reale picks up the foul. Maria Grant got the job in November to take over the Crimson girls lacrosse program, and from her perspective, calls this program and school a sleeping giant in this sport. And the Crimson have had college-bound players, but she has visions of creating a program that can challenge among the very best programs in the state, such as the Oak Knolls of the world. And of course here in Morris County, as she calls it, it's certainly right in the middle, perhaps the mecca of lacrosse in the state of New Jersey might be in Morris County when you take into account the programs in a different group, such as Mountain Lakes, one of the oldest programs in New Jersey, among others. Flip pass comes to Phoebe Merrigan as Mount Olive 100% man-to-man, as Merrigan will drop it off here for freshman Rebecca Leonard. For MBS on the attack, Leonard, a freshman, joined by senior Mackenzie Lawson, junior Kathleen Dignan, and senior Lindsay Mariano. And in the midfield, seniors Emma Karat, 4 years on the varsity, with Phoebe Merrigan, And the leading scorer, sophomore Talia Picozzi, 40 goals to lead the team. Here is Picozzi sweeping left, and Picozzi's shot is able to beat the keeper, held her low. Picozzi was third team All-Morris County last year as a freshman, where she had 5 goals and an assist last year at Mount Olive in the 14-8 loss. And she was able to protect her stick. And look how slick she is going through contact there. And someone, Maria Grant, has said, we create a 2-man game for her, allow her to orchestrate. So Picozzi makes it 2-1 on the very first true possession the Crimson have had. And the offense that upon Maria Grant taking over has continued to evolve. Series of ISO plays we'll see, different kinds of stacks in the crease, and a 2-man game to take advantage of Picozzi's skill set. So Picozzi comes up with a draw control off the circle and works her way through Aubrey Giordano. And the Crimson looking for the equalizer. And Picozzi is pestered and bothered, and then the caused turnover. The feed ahead for Giordano. And eventually MBS will come up with it. That was Morgan Rooney that caused the one-on-one turnover fantastically against Picozzi. And here is Rebecca Leonard to carry behind. So the Crimson able to redefend and get the ball back. Played nearly 7 minutes, 2-1 Mount Olive. Leonard will swing it back behind. Kathleen Deignan. And Picozzi this time against Drew Palumbo. And Picozzi, and a great trail check by Palumbo, jars it free. And the ball on the ground. And it'll be Picozzi that rescues this possession for Morristown-Beard. Almost a baited trail check there by the senior Palumbo. And the pickup back behind by Mackenzie Lawson. Feed to the crease and in the crease against Morristown-Beard is the call. As Lawson was in the crease, and Mount Olive gets the stop. Held her the outlet. And Mount Olive the other way. Marauders went 3-0 during their spring break, taking care of Wayne Valley, Montville, and Roxbury over the course of that week. Facing backer zones twice in that one. Something really pleasing, Coach Vivienne Bolin, as we get shooting space there. Good feed coming from the wing for Alexa Mangone. But during spring break, that's when the Marauders suffered a devastating blow, losing senior attacker and 3-year starter Gia Rita. And Rita, 10 goals, 2 assists, having a terrific season. There's Mangone, and through a little bit of a check, the sloughed-in defense from McCaffrey, and it is Alexa Mangone scoring the first of her season, 3-1 Mount Olive. So Mangone stepping into some big shoes with the Rita injury, able to calmly take the ball and place it well. So she finishes off free position and a 3-1 game. And she'll be a student next year at George Washington. Varsity soccer and club soccer for Mangone, and they love her speed to help out in the clear and check back. Mount Olive plays in North 1 Group 3 in the public schools. And last year they lost a first-round playoff game, but it's truly a program and a community on the rise. 2018, they went 17-2 and reached the North 1 Group 4 semifinals, the largest schools, losing at perennial state power Ridgewood. Talia Picozzi on the draw for the Crimson. And Mount Olive, Maggie Tilvis had the first crack at it, and it'll be Phoebe Merrigan to circle and handle it. And Phoebe will enter the restraining line and into the box. Merrigan will play Division I soccer in the Patriot League and American U. Strong 2A player, 4 years varsity soccer, 4 years girls basketball. Picozzi against Palumbo. And Picozzi will pick up the foul. So Talia will go to the 8-meter. Gabby Helder was the backup last year, only made 5 saves, very limited time. As Mount Olive graduated, an outstanding goalie, Michaela Regan, is now playing at Division III DeSales in the Mac Freedom. There's a shot. Helder making the save, and the rebound is in her crease. She's able to grab it. Helder's had some big save games this year, 11 against Saddle River Day, 14 against a very good Morris Knowles program, 13 at Glen Rock. So she's been under some duress and able to get through it, and someone that has shown she's not going to panic. Giordano on the drive, and Giordano into Reale. There's a matchup of very physical athletes. Backup belongs to Mount Olive. The Marauders will reset with Megan McGrath. McGrath heading to Division III Power St. John Fisher next year. And they are the overwhelming power of the Empire 8. St. John Fisher reaching the NCAA Division III Final Four last year. And McGrath noted for her killer shot, very good around the crease. So the Crimson have remained here in a man-to-man. Caitlin Marone. And Marone able to dive through, takes it in, goal line extended, coming out aggressively to make the save is Redmond. Well, Redmond was coming out at the top of her crease and going to meet the attacker. And Redmond is going to go long on this pass, and it's going to bounce favorably for the Crimson. Looking for the pickup was Lindsay Mariano, and sweeping in to grab it, Lily Werstuck. And Werstuck, most experienced defender Mount Olive has, is fouled. She'll be a student at Florida State to study chemical engineering. So Werstuck down the middle. And found Molly Baduini. And Mangone to settle. Right now it is the top defender for Morristown-Beard in Reale, down low on the crease against Megan McGrath. Marone draws the double. Feed came all the way across the crease, and the pickup comes here for McGrath to keep the possession alive for Mount Olive. Well, from a philosophy standpoint, Vivienne Bolin talks about how it's about moving the ball quickly for us. Giordano, and then when you need a dodge, you have someone like this. Aubrey Giordano, her second of the game. And Giordano, one of the top athletes the Mount Olive program has ever had in the 12 years under Coach Vivienne Bolin. And plays hard every play, just a force as a driver. 0 to 100 miles an hour, as Vivienne describes, very quickly. And she saw the one-on-one and took it. So a pair of unassisted goals for Aubrey. She had a 6-goal and 1-assist game against Wayne Valley. Also had an incredible 2-goal, 10-ground ball game against Saddle River Day. And Saddle River Day, despite being a very small school up in northern New Jersey, Bergen County, has a ton of multi-sport athletes all the time. As Picozzi is able to self-draw. And Picozzi works her way through Giordano. And the Crimson find themselves trailing now by 3. 12.5 left first half. Merrigan. Freshman Rebecca Leonard. Leonard into the 8 and a nice bouncer. Rebecca Leonard, coming off of a goal against Morris Knowles, was the starting center back in soccer in the fall as a freshman, varsity basketball and a club lacrosse player, and noted for having a rocket shot at this early juncture of her career. So it's a 4-2 game. And Leonard's somebody that Maria Grant can't wait to build around and through. And today on Senior Day for MBS, as an example, they're starting 2 freshmen and 1 on each end. The Crimson also missing a key freshman, Lauren Kopf, who is out with an injury suffered against Randolph, who is another foundation piece player on the attack. Draw control belonging to Giordano. And Palumbo sends it ahead. And Mount Olive so far having the lion's share of possessions with under 12 minutes left first half. Mangone. And Mangone picks up the foul. Just quick feet from Alexa Mangone, already showing that is going to be a problem. So Mangone to the 8-meter. Kira Redmond already with 2 significant saves here in the first half. False start against the Crimson defensively, trying to crash in. And Mangone got the shot off, changing planes, and finishes beautifully. So 2 goals off free position for Alexa Mangone, and the lead 3 again. And not bothered by the contact, and her quickness even evident there off free position. The Marauders coming in averaging 9 goals a game. And they were up in the low teens during their 3-game winning streak against Wayne Valley, Montville, and Roxbury. And off the circle, Giordano off the draw, taken by Baduini. Picozzi able to just bump her and cut her off, just shy of the 8. And that is what you'd call a good foul in women's lacrosse. Many college coaches will talk about that when it appears evident that the player may get a free pass to the 8. You better make sure you try to foul him around the 12. Molly Baduini, second on the team in draw controls, 12-3 on the year. And then on a drive, Maggie Tilvis able to snake her way through. 7th of the season for this dynamic freshman. Well, you could hear the excitement level from Coach Vivienne Bolin talking about her. Dealing with contact already at this young stage. Tilvis with 2 older brothers, Jackson and Bennett, that played for Mount Olive Boys Lacrosse. That's certainly having a positive impact. And she is known as Maggie the Magnet. Leads the team with 47 ground balls coming in as a freshman. And on a team with several college-bound players in the junior and senior classes, that really speaks volumes. And she is a triple threat lacrosse club player under Vivienne Bolin. And coach has known her since the 7th grade. And Maggie Tilvis has arrived at Mount Olive. So the Marauders now lead by 4. Picozzi pushes it forward. Giordano off the circle, collects another draw. And right now for the Crimson, they will need to find a way to get some 50-50 balls on the ground. So Palumbo here for Baduini. And Reali thought she got there. That's right about the 8. Let's see if our officials agree if this is shooting space. See 31 in white there, Skylar Reali frustrated. And our referee pointing exactly to the spot. That is just outside the 8 for Baduini. And I think they're going to give her the 8-meter. So already the Marauders piling up these looks. Baduini taking it in and could not finish the shot. Seemed to kind of lose it at the last moment. Did not appear that Redmond made the save. That's a significant stop for Morristown-Beard. And spinning is Tali Hess as she looks for the clear. And Hess had it trail checked away by Marone. Ball on the ground, and Rebecca Lenner will have it for the Crimson. MBS may be looking for something in transition. Feed into the crease, it's buried. Kathleen Dignan. Lenner quickly off the whistle, able to feed her, and it's 6-3. Fine cut, just a little question mark cut to find some space for Kathleen Dignan. And known for having a shot to the quality of Talia Picozzi's, and Dignan makes it a 3-goal game. And she's a junior known for her catching and finishing. But the cut made that happen. Tilvis, and the battle will be won in the circle. We'll get the whistle, and the call is against Mount Olive. So the box out there from senior Emma Karat of MBS. And here's Picozzi into the box with under 9 minutes left. First half on senior day for Morristown-Beard. Honoring 8 seniors plus student managers. As Leonard defended well. And a flip pass here for the speed of Phoebe Merrigan. Mount Olive with 11 seniors. Hard sweep right, Mariano. And just a late trail check bothering the shot. That's Mascatello that made the play. Back up here for MBS. Picozzi looking to work her way through, cut off on the crease by Palumbo. The reset comes to the senior Emma Karat, who will be a student at Providence. 4 years in the varsity here in lacrosse, 4 years field hockey, where she was honorable mention All Morris County in the fall. Mariano, and she'll pick it up, preventing the turnover. Picozzi, beautiful roll. And picks up the whistle. What a roll on the freshman Mascatello.
Come on, Black. Come on, Black.
So Talia Picozzi, free position, Morristown-Beard. And Picozzi able to fire it with power. Her second of the game, and MBS has cut it to 2. Well, Picozzi showing how slick she is in terms of her movement and then the power that she can generate as just a sophomore. Love the way Maria Grant describing her, that we just let her go. And I think we see that there in the free reign that she has within the offense and the confidence that Talia plays with. And so interesting in meeting and talking to Maria Grant about her vision and the recipe for success that she wants to have in lacrosse. Among the intangibles in building the culture, but the lacrosse-specific things are so interesting as Phoebe Merrigan comes up with this ground ball off the circle. But the goal is to give up less than 6 free positions and take or get 7 or more. Right now they're on the trailing end of that. And be 60% plus of draw controls. That's not happening as Merrigan's shot from a tight angle, and that misses over the top of Gabby Helder. And they just look at the data of each game to see have they achieved it. Those are the building blocks or the formula to win. And they're more focused on the controllables, and that's what she's trying to get her team to pay close attention to. Picozzi on the sweep and just could not get it completely out of her stick. Again, strong defending Morgan Rooney that did not quite let her turn the corner comfortably. And Rooney, a first-year starter, has improved dramatically, and we are seeing that play out here today. Giordano, rather than Marone. McGrath with eyes to the front. Then looks in front, and then the pass cutting through. Jess Byrne got her stick on it, and the recovery from the freshman Lodi. Marone on the handle. Mount Olive led this game 6-2 and had jumped out 2-0 before MBS had a real possession. Giordano, as she looked for the sweep right, then re-dodges against Reale, and then hits the shot. The bouncer rattles around and in. It's called a goal. The re-dodge for Aubrey Giordano froze Reale, and it's 7-4. Now Giordano's re-dodging impressive there. And Vivienne Bolin discussing what makes her so great in her career and what a pickup for Division III Stockton. And not just her work ethic, but she's the rare high school athlete that will watch film about an opponent, rewatch her own games, see who she's playing, and already kind of has a vision of how she's going to attack opponents. Merrigan off the draw control. And Merrigan able to turn the corner. Rolling back, did a shovel shot, and Merrigan threw some contact, perhaps wanting the call. Mount Olive with the ground ball, and they'll look for the clear. Here through Lily Worsta. Pass thrown away, and it'll be Olivia McCaffrey on the first scoop. Olivia returning from a severe shoulder injury and worked very hard in the offseason so she can play this spring. Suffering the injury in the winter during basketball season, also 2-year varsity soccer already. And this is McCaffrey that is, I think, heading off. And the card being given to McCaffrey. So basically it's a card for unsportsmanlike against McCaffrey. So our first man up situation. So Morristown-Beard will have the ball after the foul. And then the call against McCaffrey coming after she picked up the foul. So the Crimson will look for a clear, and then we'll need to move the ball well against the 6-on-7. So Phoebe Merrigan, and Merrigan against a double, picks up the foul. And here's a chance before she gets into the box for Mount Olive to smother her, and she does get into the box. Well, Merrigan is such a handful watching her play basketball. What a defensive dynamo. This is Pacozzi shooting. Backup belongs to the Crimson. So MBS looked for early offense, and now Mount Olive can double the ball at the end line. Leonard. Flip pass came to Merrigan. And Merrigan able to pick up the bump and get it out to Emma Karat. So that's going to be a 2-minute card against McCaffrey. So MBS will hope to kill off the remainder of this time and then look to go 7-on-7. Kathleen Dignan. And Dignan picks up the foul. So the Crimson need another minute of this. And Dignan leaned on by Erin Mio. And now the ball knocked free. And the pickup off the forced turnover by Mio. And Werstuck will look for the clear. Lily Werstuck gets the job done for Mount Olive. And here comes Giordano, and this will be just a precious few seconds of 7-on-7. And now running on is McCaffrey. So the Crimson offensively did their jobs. They kill off a 2-minute yellow. And the Marauders will have to play 7-on-7 on offense. Marone. And Marone under pressure from freshman Haley Tannen. First year playing lacrosse. Multi-sport athlete. And her IQ's really picked up well. This ball coming across and walking it in is Maggie Tilvis. On a loose ball, and Tilvis will go to the 8. So somehow the ball found her. And off an errant pass. So Tilvis on the left wing. Older brother Jackson Tilvis right now plays at Stockton. This is the bouncer. Tilvis handles contact well again. Second of the game for Maggie Tilvis, and it's 8-4. That's now 3 goals off free position for Mount Olive. And Tilvis again. Magnet Maggie. And Mount Olive with 1:40 left first half, and we'll see how they played here. If they'll try to hold for one more final look. And we'll see if MBS may change up defenses here. And it looks like they are playing backer zone with Skylar Reale, 31 in white, roving all over. Reale coming off of a super basketball season where she was the team's leading scorer and rebounder, was honorable mention NJAC, averaging about 13 points, 10 rebounds, just a ferocious player underneath. that just started playing AAU basketball and only started playing lacrosse recently too as a freshman. And Maria Grant excited about molding her into something. Right now, Skylar hoping to play Division III basketball somewhere. Pass into the crease. Redmond read it well. She was going to back up the errant pass anyway, as Megan McGrath had made the cut into the crease. And then Redmond throws a nice rope ahead, and here come the Crimson with a half-minute left, first half. McCaffrey, Merrigan looking up with space. Dignan behind, and the pass just got away from Kathleen Dignan. And with 21.8 left on the clock, 8-4 Mount Olive. And they can run out the rest of this first half. And we see if they go aggressive, and here is Giordano. And Giordano, understanding the situation, takes the shot, and she'll beat the clock. Aubrey Giordano was calling for it and had the clock in her head. She'll score with just 3 seconds left in the first half. There's the experience of a senior, and Giordano understanding the situation. A 3-year starter in the program, had a 34-goal freshman year, and she's going to surpass her sophomore season or her junior year of 35-5 this year. And particularly with all the chemistry that Mount Olive has developed over these last 2+ seasons, as they have multiple year starters all over on the offensive end, and then infusing a freshman like Tilvis, and they are showing that they can be a fine unit. That's it for the first half, as Mount Olive scored in their first 2 possessions. Morristown-Beard on senior day climbed back within 2 at 4-2 and 6-4 before the late run capped off by 2 out of 3 of those goals scored by Aubrey Giordano, who's got 4 to pace the Marauders. 9-4 game at the half. We'll take time out and be back in 10 minutes from Play-by-Play Productions. Welcome back from Play-by-Play Productions. Ralph Bednarczyk with you here from Morristown-Beard Senior Day for the Crimson, as Mount Olive has the 9-4 halftime lead, and the Marauders in the black-on-black collect the next draw control. Well, they have finished their shots and have gotten in tight consistently against MBS keeper Kara Redmond, and we'll see if MBS will change up the defense. They did late in the first half and go to a backer zone with 31 Skylar Reale playing that role, and with her range and athleticism. So we'll see how Mount Olive can maybe make the adjustment to that as Aubrey Giordano is fouled. Giordano, number 20 in black, has now 98 career goals. So she has 4 for this game, and certainly will have an opportunity here in the second half to reach that milestone mark of 100 and become just about a handful of players in Mount Olive history to have ever reached that mark in goals. Badawini. And Molly will gather this errant pass. Feet came into the crease. And then off the face dodge, driving in and finishing. Aubrey Giordano, that's now 99 in her career. She's able to improvise. And the Marauders score in their first possession of the second half and now have their largest lead of 6, 10-4. Well, Giordano kind of caught maybe an awkward pass, just fired in her direction, and still just had the presence of catching and then going straight to goal. Last year was honorable mention, all Morris County with 35 and 5. This year she's had more assists as the Mount Olive offense has evolved a little bit more as the players have played many years together, and that's the strength that Vivienne Bolin says is about this team, that they're very cohesive. They know how each other play. There's just a ton of chemistry out there. And knowing the strengths and abilities of your teammates. Giordano comes up with the draw control as Badawini put it high in the air for her. And Mount Olive looking for more. McGrath will take it behind. McGrath had the goal, the second goal of the game back in the first. For McGrath, that was her 10th of the season. So Giordano with 5. Maggie Tilvis has 2. And Alexa Mangone has 2. This is backup for Mount Olive. And as I touched on in the first half, this is now the 5th game where Mount Olive is facing backer zone in a game. This hasn't been full time. Good feed to the crease. Save made by Redmond on Mangone. Again, Redmond coming well off of the top of her crease as McGrath will dig out a loose ball. So Redmond showing a great feel for the game as here is Marone taking it strong, and she'll go to the 8-meter. Well, Redmond can play the game right now as a sophomore a bit unconventionally, but her anticipation is something. Maria Grant telling me the story, and you don't hear this often, that Kira Redmond said back in November she gets excited about facing shots as a high school goalie. That sounds obvious, but it isn't. And it certainly takes great courage to get in goal in this sport and get used to it, as this is a shot sent over the bar by Marone. Off the backup, Giordano, off the dodge, crease roll, and there it is, number 100 for Aubrey Giordano. 11-4 Mount Olive, and Giordano mobbed by her teammates. They've got a poster ready of number 100. And what a career it's been. And one that they certainly will never take for granted here at Mount Olive. Missing all of 2020. And Giordano, big hugs all around by her teammates and coaching staff. And the way this game is going, you don't suppose that they might have a poster ready for 110 goals in her career. We're 2.5 minutes in, and she is up to 6 today. So she has matched her season high.
And all the goals from Aubrey today have been a little bit different. Now that last one ended up being a crease roll after dodging from the wing. As Rebecca Leonard comes up with draw control for Morristown-Beard. As Merrigan looks to work her way into the box. So Giordano has scored on the first two possessions for Mount Olive. And Morristown-Beard with possession for the first time. Merrigan escaping from trouble. And for Morristown-Beard here on the offensive end as they faced man-to-man, it is Picozzi to handle, and she has been certainly a heavy focus by Mount Olive defensively as Drew Palumbo fouls her. So Talia Picozzi will go to the top of the 8-meter. Picozzi's got 2, including 1 off of free position. Picozzi, save made low by Helder. Leonard pursues the rebound. And an empty head stick check, I think, against Rebecca Leonard. So Mount Olive will look for the clear. Alexa Mangone played nearly 5 minutes second half. And Mount Olive has continued to swell their lead. They've scored 5 straight after MBS had cut it to 6-4 late in the first half. Giordano sweeping, shooting with the left, and again Redmond coming well out to cut down the angle. Kira Redmond just has an aptitude of how to change your angle as a shooter. Redmond also an ice hockey player, so that toughness that comes from it. And playing on the club lacrosse scene too for triple threat and seeing future collegiate bound shooters. This is an easy save. She gobbles up the shot taken by Drew Palumbo. And Redmond so far has looked good on the clear too. And she'll throw it into the basket of Karat. Leonard with open field in front. Picozzi, this time the freshman Tilvis on the sophomore. And Picozzi picks up the foul. So she was just denied a minute ago on free position. And Picozzi shoots, and I think perhaps a bit of a stick save. Couldn't tell if Helder got the stick across. And that may have gone off the outside of the pipe. But Picozzi has missed her last 2. The Crimson get back up. Now the senior Mackenzie Lawson. Mackenzie, a talented artist, has a scholarship for art to Wake Forest. That'll be her next stop next year. Picozzi off the sweep, continues to circle, and then powers through the defense and scores. So Picozzi perhaps feeling some determination after her last 2 free positions didn't go for her. And Talia showing her relentless nature. She came in as Morristown-Beard's leading goal scorer with 40. And that's among the best in Morris County, so she's added 3 today.
Go Black, come on Black.
And Picozzi, despite the triple T that was coming her way, Maria Grant says, she can beat doubles and triples. As the Crimson look to figure out how to use her and this offense collectively together. And Picozzi had the chance of the first ground ball, checked away, but Rebecca Leonard is there to pick it up. So Morristown-Beard ends the 5-goal run from Mount Olive. Mount Olive averaging a shade under 9 goals per game. Leonard, sweep right, drawn, dump Picozzi, and then Picozzi could not quick stick it. Now she was tied up with too many defenders. Good look inside by Leonard. As Palumbo looks to play the ball ahead for Moscatello. And this ball dug out by Leonard. And the Crimson with Ann Sherman. And one of the 8 senior players on this MBS team, varsity tennis, ice hockey player. And she'll be a student at Lafayette in Easton, Pennsylvania next year. Picozzi, and Maria Grant was screaming for a timeout, and she gets the officials' attention. And the timeout granted here with shade over 17 minutes left. 11-5 is the score, and for Maria Grant, hired in November, and what a career she has had in lacrosse and field hockey. Here at MBS is also going to be the freshman girls basketball coach, and she really had a plan upon taking over this program. She comes to MBS after spending the last 5 years at the Millbrook School in upstate New York. Spent 5 years as the lacrosse and field hockey coach upstate. But she's also been an assistant coach at Syracuse in field hockey and lacrosse at Rutgers, field hockey at Vassar. She's coached All-Americans, and she played lacrosse at Rutgers under Ann Petracco. So we have 2 Rutgers lacrosse alumni coaching these teams. But she was recruited to Rutgers initially to play field hockey before discovering lacrosse upon getting to campus. And she is out of Center Reach High School, where she played for a great high school coach, Nancy Cole. That's an iconic figure in Long Island field hockey. And that's when she learned the sport. And as she has come up, she's coached girls lacrosse in New Jersey for Building Blocks and several different high schools, including in the Hunterton area. 3 kids all playing college lacrosse right now. 2 daughters, one playing at Rochester and the other at Endicott, and her son playing at St. John Fisher. So she has seen the process of what it takes to develop to be a college-bound player, not just as an athlete, but a student athlete. And those are the things that she especially wants to pull out from her players and bring the character of what it takes to reach that level, and she has experienced it firsthand at home. And after getting the job, Maria describing how they recruited so hard inside the campus to get up to 75 9 through 12 in the program. That's a pretty good number. And she's put together a great kind of off-season program. Just last week, the MBS players went together as a team to go watch Rutgers play Penn State. They've done team karaoke, and they've also decorated the locker room and come up with a phrase and a slogan called Rise Up. And it's not just the one-year slogan, and it's going to be the slogan that they'll have moving forward. There'll be many teams that'll have a slogan kind of for the year, and they'll make t-shirts. But MBS making the slogan for this group right now, Rise Up, and you'll see signs on the door to the locker room that say that, and same thing on the way out of the locker room. It's time to rise up, and that's where you rise up against adversity on the field and in your community. Merrigan off the ISO out of the timeout is able to beat Tilvis, and then kind of a side-winding shot is able to beat Helder. So consecutive goals for MBS, and this one comes out of the timeout, and it's a 5-goal game. So Merrigan off the ISO and knew exactly where she was on the field in relation to the cage, is able to rip that shot.
Black. Win the ball, Black.
Giordano came together with Picozzi, and that'll be a foul on Picozzi, with Giordano beating her outside the circle. So McGrath behind, feeding Alexa Mangone. There's only been one assisted goal in this game, and I'm sure both coaches would love to be able to change that. Rebecca Leonard of MBS has the lone goal. So that's 11 unassisted goals for Mount Olive. Giordano has 6 of them, as she handles now against Leonard, who applies high pressure and picks up the foul. Giordano hitches to her right against Reali, and that shot, I think, off the lower post. It stayed out, and Redmond has it. So Morristown-Beard gets a stop, and they'll look for the clear from Talia Picozzi, trying to get closer. Still plenty of time left, a shade over 15 minutes remaining. Merrigan lugs it forward. Feed to the crease. This one carries through, and it goes in. Merrigan was looking to pass to the crease. Darting out was Helder, I think, to try to step up to the attacking player. It ended up being an overpass, and Merrigan gets a gift of a goal. It's 11-7.
Go, Black. Come on now, Black.
We're going to get a timeout from Mount Olive. Certainly would have been a terrific look. I think the cutter inside was Ann Sherman that was cutting through as the intended target. But Morristown-Beard has come back. So they've scored 3 straight after trailing 11-4. And Maria Grant trying to rally this team. She's certainly talked so much about how to build the character of these players. And she's got a terrific coaching staff. Of course, Maria and her bio that I detailed earlier, but she's got an assistant, Barbara Erickson, I got to know, was the head coach at Ridge High School, was the 2012 Star Ledger Coach of the Year, took Ridge to a group state final. And Barbara Erickson, similar story, did not play lacrosse in high school, and she didn't even play it in college. And she was a track coach at Rutherford High School, and she was willing to learn and built up the Ridge program. Another assistant coach, Morgan Dungy, who is an assistant coach with varsity soccer. She's been a club soccer player. She played soccer at Morristown High School and also played lacrosse there. 4 years in both sports, and was a 3-year starter, and was an assistant coach at Villa Walsh before coming over to MBS. So as Mount Olive spends the timeout, 11-7. Giordano had the first chance of the draw control, and it is Picozzi that comes up with it. So the Crimson with the momentum. Talia Picozzi into the 8-meter, And it knocked away from behind. Then a flip shot coming in on Helder from Sherman. And I think it was Sherman that stepped in the crease. So as the sun continues to move here on this late afternoon, as Helder outlets to her left. This one raked forward, and it is Maggie Tilvis. Another contested ground ball. And Tilvis able to flip it ahead. And here comes Matt Olive. Giordano had the cutting Palumbo. As it carries through, Caitlin Marone will save the possession off the end line. And then bumped by Olivia McCaffrey. It'll stay with the Marauders. It's been dodges into the 8-meter that have accumulated offense for Mount Olive. Cut from Tilvis. Open momentarily, Drew Palumbo, and she'll get an 8-meter out of this.
Follow the ball, Black. Follow the ball.
Mount Olive has already cashed in 3 off free position. This will be from a wide angle for Palumbo. And we'll see if Palumbo will look to sweep it across. And they'll look for something better. Pressure applied by Haley Tannen of MBS. Outside, Mangone. And Leonard, such a relentless defender up top. Badawini looked to go to Tilvis in a collision. And they'll say the foul is against Leonard of MBS. Tilvis. Palumbo inside the 8. And Palumbo picked up a little bit of a foul as she was bumped by either Reale or McCaffrey. And it's actually Reale, and it'll be a card against Skylar Reale. Dangerous check will be the call against Skylar Reale. Well, Skylar plays sports so physically. If you ever had a chance to watch her play basketball, played AAU basketball for the first time last summer of 21. 2 years of varsity field hockey already. 2 older brothers that have gone to Del Barton to play football. One of them plays college football at D3 Dickinson. And her physicality and athleticism translates to these different sports. But this will be now another yellow card against the Crimson. So a man up for 2 minutes now for Mount Olive with 11:44 left. Meanwhile, Drew Palumbo at the top of the 8. So Palumbo will take it man up, and the shot, and it was bothered. Terrific collapsing defense by Rebecca Leonard. So that saved a scoring opportunity. And time now moving on the yellow against Reale. In the first half, the Crimson killed off a full 2-minute yellow by having the ball 6-on-7. Slip pass in, the shot buried. What a look to Drew Palumbo from Caitlin Marone. Mount Olive converts the man up. It's 12-7. Marone just subtly faking the pass to the wing. And Palumbo just slipping inside and found some comfortable space. First of the game for Palumbo, her 12th of the season. Last year at 14-7. And another player that is a very experienced athlete. Someone that Vivian Bolin can play on the defensive end, an outstanding communicator. Her older sister Madison, out of the class of 2019, was the starter on the attack, had a 33-goal senior year. Pocosi bottled up after the draw control. And Pocosi continues to hang on to it. One of the players lost a sneaker. And that was actually Pocosi on offense that was playing with that one. Well, Talia can do a lot of spectacular things on her way to being one of the top players in MBS history. But you'll see this sometimes in basketball, but not in lacrosse. MBS just graduating one of the greatest players in program history, and Caitlin Tartaglione, who's now playing at UConn. She was first team All-Morris last year, finished her career with 173 goals. And the way it lines up, Pocosi will have a chance to surpass that. So the world waiting on Pocosi to tie her shoes. Meanwhile, time is at 10:19 remaining, second half for Morristown-Beard to get back into this game. They cut it to 11-7 with 15 minutes left. Both teams will play their Morris County tournament games coming up on Tuesday. Mount Olive will visit the Madison Dodgers on the 3rd. Morristown-Beard will take on Morris Catholic also on the 3rd. That game originally was washed out. Merrigan on the sweep, and Merrigan picks up the whistle. No shot there. So Merrigan with great speed. That's what got her recruited to the Division I level to American U. But a tenacious defender in varsity basketball where she was a starter. And she steps up into the shot and hit the post. Hit it behind, held her, flush on. Ground ball dug out by Pocosi. And Pocosi continues to try to swim through some defenders, picks up the foul. Karat, and then looked to feed to the wing, and Leonard fell down. Aggressive defense from Mount Olive. They get the turnover, and racing ahead, Lily Worstup. Well, the physicality of this Mount Olive team also is showing to be a difference maker. And with 3 seniors playing on the low D. And then the D-mids like Drew Palumbo and Giordano, the aggressiveness of Tilvis, despite being a freshman. She physically already appears to be playing like a senior. Then taking it from behind, beating the defender, Caitlin Marone, with a dash to the front. So Marone, who had just that fine assist, she makes it 13-7. Marone already verbally committed to Division II Belmont Abbey in North Carolina. That's her 14th. Very versatile player that has become a goal scorer this year. Last year, 4 goals and 2 assists, playing more of a complementary role, and now has evolved into a playmaker too. She's got 1 and 1 today. And this is Giordano. Marone put it right into her vicinity. We'll hit the 8-minute mark. Mount Olive has led by as many as 7 at 11-4. Cutting across, they've matched that. McGrath off the stick fake, continued, pulled it back, and then sticks the shot. 14-7. Second of the game for Maggie McGrath. And Mount Olive today, they have shot well and picking out corners against an aggressive goalie like Redmond. And another 2-year starter in this Mount Olive program. And the majority of these players would be 3-year starters, of course, without the 2020 pandemic beginning and a lost season. But you look around at this roster of how many likely sophomore starters would have been that year. As Picozzi is tripped up, and then she got the foul trying to turn the corner on Morgan Rooney. So Picozzi on the wing. Helder has had some success against her on free position. And Picozzi, and that ball never got through. The trail check coming in. I think that was Palumbo, or may have been Juliana Moscatello. And the collapsing defense got there to deny the shot. Here comes Maggie Tilvis as she'll handle the clear as we're under 7 minutes remaining, second half. Mount Olive has never trailed as Tilvis is knocked down by Leonard. Morristown-Beard celebrating Senior Day today. 8 seniors plus a couple of team managers honored before the game, as well as some long-standing faculty and coaches here at MBS that are also presented a plaque before the game. And a nice ceremony conducted, as always, by Athletic Director Joanne Zama here at MBS. Part of Spirit Week here at MBS, where we have had the broadcast of all the spring sports here, including track, but baseball, softball, boys lacrosse. McGrath picked up a foul before she got topside, as freshman Haley Tannen trying to stay with her. Tilvis, now Palumbo. And Palumbo picks up the foul across the head. So Mount Olive has shown better quick passing into the 8 in this second half. And Drew Palumbo here, straight on against Redmond. And Palumbo beats her high off stick side. Just a smart shot from Palumbo, challenging the goalie to slide over there quickly. So she's got a pair in the second half. And that's now 4 free position goals finished today by the Marauders. Mount Olive has scored as many as 14 goals in the game this year. That was the start of their spring break against Wayne Valley, getting 14. And today they have reached a season high in 15. Leonard comes up with the draw control. As Merrigan returns it to Rebecca Leonard. As the flip pass for Ann Sherman. And Sherman wins a 50-50 battle for the ground ball and will keep this possession. Picozzi, crease roll on the one-on-one, and beats the defender and held her. Werstuck left out on an island, and Talia Picozzi, with her lacrosse experience, knew what to do. So she ends the 4-goal run by Mount Olive to make it 15-8, and Picozzi's 4th of the game. Looks like they'll redo the draw control. Mount Olive had the better of draw controls in the first half. I think it's been a little bit more even in the second. And this is Rebecca Leonard for MBS against Caitlin Marone. And Giordano again off the circle, and the ball has been finding her. And credit Caitlin Marone. They have had great chemistry there in the circle. That is, it can be something difficult to attain, to communicate from the draw control taker to the circle players where they're going to try to put the ball and how they make adjustments quickly. Tilvis all the way to the front. Shot missed. Backup belongs to Mount Olive. MBS had gone to a backer zone for a segment late first half, early second. And now they've played a lot more, I think, heavy pressure for a while, but Mount Olive has just not let that bother them. Circling and then not forcing the shots. Good patience there shown by Alexa Mangone. Second cutter through Palumbo, and that carries near the restraining line for Baduini to handle it. MBS senior Josie Ashton on the field. Number 11 in white. She'll play field hockey as a goalie at Babson. She was a 4-year starter in net and was first team Liberty Division a couple of times and second team Blue South Division in the fall pandemic year of 2020. Another free position for Mount Olive. Giordano is able to put it over the top of Redmond. Well, Aubrey Giordano, a season-high 7 goals today. And 101 in her illustrious career. And she has exhibited such patience of not panicking when her angle is changing on some of her sweeps. And that time just reading what Redmond was doing. And in the case of Redmond, she's an in-your-face goalie. And all Giordano did was just continue to circle across. And then off of a couple of stick fakes, just put it over the top and down. Tilvis magnets another draw control into her stick. Two and a half left. Mount Olive with a season-high 16 goals. And right now they have matched, or actually surpassed, last year's score when they defeated MBS at home, which was 14-8. Palumbo had the cutting Tilvis as it carried through. There was McGrath in the pickup. Under 2 minutes. Path for Mangone, and she could not complete the shot. Tilvis, though, gobbles up another loose ball. Good find in front, and save made by Redmond. She slams the door shut here late on Molly Bandowini. So Molly found herself wide open. Molly's dad, Chris Bandowini, an assistant coach on Vivian Boland's staff. He played at Syracuse for the great Roy Simmons. He was recruited there before the Gate brothers arrived, and he got to wear that famed number 22 jersey 4 years. He's out of Montclair and played at Columbia High School in the infancy stages of boys lacrosse in New Jersey. Final minute as Mackenzie Lawson carries. So MBS will have to turn the page and start to think about their next games in the Morris County tournament. They'll be on the road at Villa Walsh May 6th and then host Cranford here in their regular season finale on May 9th. Mount Olive with a takeaway. Their defense, there's Juliana Mascatello to handle. And their defense, their physicality defensively is also something understated that doesn't necessarily jump off the stats page. Mount Olive is going to pick up a win and improve to 3-3 in league play and 6-4 overall. Final seconds, a shot at the horn would not have counted for McGrath, but that's it. 16-8 the final as Mount Olive spoils Morristown-Baird's senior day today. It was a milestone day for senior Aubrey Giordano of Mount Olive as she scores 7 goals, a season high, and Giordano goes over 100 in her brilliant career. Giordano leads the way, and Mount Olive's physicality also a big factor. Spread out scoring behind her. Talia Picozzi leading Morristown-Beard with 4 goals today. MBS drops to 5-6 overall on the season, 1-5 in Freedom North Division play. That's it for our entire crew today. For our producer, Simon Rosenwasser, who is homesick, we wish him well. And our producer and director here, Ethan Carpenter. My name is Ralph Bnorchik saying so long and goodbye. Thank you for watching High School Girls Lacrosse today from Morristown-Beard from Play by Play Productions.